What is going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge. And again, make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks because it's time to wrap up the Tekken event that we had. And, man, it kind of fell flat, didn't it? But, hey, look, let's talk about the prize walls that we got. We got the Doria prize wall. We got the Dark Awakens prize wall as well. For those of you that don't know, if you bought the, I guess they called it the starter pack, there was a 50% off prize wall that has access to the Black Wings of Ruin skill plate, breaking 20 traps, generates 49 yellows at the end of the turn. And in this wall, there's also a Rainbow Explosion and Frankie plate. Everything else is exactly the same as this wall, except it's all 50% off here. So if you got the 50% off, obviously there's a reason that you did it, most likely for the plate because that's what they advertise. So go ahead and take that while you can. Don't know when that's coming back, if that's ever coming back. The Rage plate, you had 4 chances at winning these in the Stip Tours for the 4-day event that they had going on. So that's not horrible, but I would not be spending the prize wall on it unless that's pretty much what you have left. Like it's a fine plate. It's not that it's crazy worth it. The Jin gear is cool just so that you could say that you have Jin, but it doesn't really help Dom at all. Right? Like I made the video on it. It's fine for a collector such as myself. You'll probably end up getting it just because. But do you need it? No, you don't need it. Rhea's insane. She's still arguably one of the best females in the game, if not the best female in the game. So huge pick-me-up for anyone that can get her. If you're short on shards for her or nowhere close type of thing, I would suggest going with her. She's insane even without the gear. Royal Rumble skill plate chest, obviously, it's as it says, it's one of the 6 at random. So if you're a Royal Rumble skill plate fan, then that's not a horrible shout for you. Rainbow Explosion plate, really good on a handful of people out there, mainly the CM Punks in the game, so not a bad shout. Frankie the Parrot, great for all the Blast Gem users. Coco as well. There's a couple of weird ones out there, so keep an eye out for those Blast Gem characters. Kofi's World plate is just a purple version of the Sheik, so nothing new. Gruesome Guys plate, blue version of the Sheik, nothing new, so you can get those if you want. If you don't need them, don't worry about it. Haku plate, not the most common skill plate, but very strong. Making 6 or more countdowns gives you 200% black gem damage for 2 turns, not just 1 turn. So very, very good. Very helpful for the Haku build in Titan. We also have the Rainbow Transfusion, the Big Botch Man, the Total Silence. Those are the remaining skill plates. 200% on the Leech. I believe it's 300% on the Botch. And the times 8 multis when you make 8 silence gems. So pretty self-explanatory stuff. You probably know about these skill plates already. They're okay. They're not crazy. The transfusion's fine for someone like Striker Austin. The Big Botchman is great for the new Seth Rollins Visionary. And the Total Silence plate is fine for a couple of characters out there. I like it on Zombie Bailey if you're going to go with a gem damage setup instead of the move damage setup, even though it uses the same moves. It's okay. Moments, I haven't looked at moments in so long because I collect them all when they first come out, which is probably a very bad thing that I do when they're available like this. But I know the Hell in a Cell one is good for Yeet Uso in the New Day's World. The Ministry moment is fine for a couple of the people on there. The Clash of the Champions, I know a lot of people want this for Haku or for Hogan. It's fine. The Invasion moment token is great for Austin. Same with the Brett versus Austin one. So solid moments there. Shards, Stephanie Vicker, awesome in the game. CSS consistently, not bad. EO's good, just countered by everything. Ray Phoenix is an amazing character. I did an episode of Choosing Greatness with Ocho where we go over Ray Phoenix in particular. Fantastic addition to anyone's account. Hall of Fame JBL, to me, still the best Hall of Famer in the game, so I love him, love using him when he's a requirement for feud in terms of like you have to win with 8 classes or whatever it is, or 8 eras of Hall of Fame. I always go to using him. Seth freaking Rollins, solid trainer. They just offered him for $30, which is crushing my insides. So I'm not going to go into detail there. Liv Morgan's fine. You probably already have her. She's the MP gain reversal freebie from that month, or chase character, whatever you want to call it, the A tier, whatever. Penta's on here, but again, you could have got Penta for $30, so I would have told you to get Penta there, but if not, and you're only $250 away, get Penta. Xavier Woods, New Day's World, still one of the best acros, if not the best acro in the game. Crazy to me that they have this many shards for this low of a price tag. Cena's good as a coach, not really anything else, nothing to stress over. And now we're really getting into the cleanup side of things. Julius is still top-notch. He's just old, so I don't know why they keep undervaluing him, but a huge pick-me-up there. Black Mass is great for Titan. Bundy's pretty meh. Rabbit's pretty meh. Punk and Dom, all pretty as you're getting down to this part. You got your tokens, your cleanup section stuff. Gem damage, move damage straps for 150s. 100 to 150s, I should say. Sorry, not guaranteed 150s. And then the 40 to 150, which I would tell you to never get these ever. And then real cleanup stuff, coin strap parts, metal bits, all that good stuff. So, yeah, for me, I'm not worried about any of the cleanup stuff. I'm personally not worried about the shards or the moments. The skill plates here are fine. I will probably end up getting the Black Wings plate just to say that I got it. I could take a Royal Rumble chest when the faction rewards pay out, but knowing me, because as I alluded to earlier, I am a collector, I will probably go ahead and take the Jin gear just to say that I have it. Nothing else really stands out for me there. Then we're on to the Doria Prize Wall. And, man, it's a Prize Wall, all right. The only thing I wanted from this whole thing was the King gear. That was it. And then I decided I'm going to help my faction out by doing a pull. And in the pull, I ended up pulling the King gear. So I'm stoked because I don't need to use my Prize Wall on that. That being said, can't afford the Kazuya gear, wouldn't want to, already got it from the weekend before. Same thing with the Electric Wind Godfist, got it on the weekend before, but if I didn't, I would probably end up getting it here. The Jaguar chain is just a fancy version of the Rage plate, but instead of it being all, it's only yellow gem and blue move, and instead of 50%, it's 108. They're doing their fancy 8% thing for Tekken 8. It's useless to me. I don't see enough value in a 58% increase specifically for yellow gems and blue moves. That just seems weak. And then we have rumble plates, but you can pick and choose the ones that you want. I have 4 of these purple ones. I will probably take a blue or a black one just to say that I have another one of them because I only have one of each, so I would like to have more than one of each. Ring Royalty Plate is massive value for Titan mode, so not a horrible shot of getting another one there, to be 100% honest. Kind of, debating. The Visceral Visage Plate, again, as we're talking about the new Visionary Seth coming out, great plate for him if you don't have one already. Ministry Business, great plate for anyone that uses Multiply Gems. So really solid plates, and then you get down to, why are these plates on here, right? Every single one of these plates is pretty mediocre at best, but they have to have some options for those of you that may not have spent pretty hard for this wall. Then we get down to our character list, which our character list is pretty solid this time around. Kamala, Coco, OTC, Viscera, Muscleman, and Solo. Easily, to me, the best one on this list it's not easily because both of them have such value in different aspects, right? OTC is your strongest. He will continue to be the strongest moving forward in a lot of game modes. Coco, however, also has a hot tag and a huge benefit to Titan. So it depends on really which way you're going, but if you're looking for your modern era, your striker, a huge hitter, OTC's the hands down favorite because we all just got Armor King and it unlocks his strongest moveset now. Coco, on the other hand, if you are struggling with Titan or having issues with Powerhouse Day, Coco is a huge pick-me-up for anybody's account, and you probably have a good amount of hype from Coco because of the time that he came out. You were probably spending your hype coins for him. So to me, it's these two. I would tell you easily in terms of value, OTC is the one that you go with because no one has any shards of him. And if you do, you probably don't have very many. And you're not going to shard recruit him anytime soon. And the price tag on OTC being $700, it is, it's going to be pretty much the cheapest you're ever going to see this guy on available, I should say. So OTC number 1, Coco number 2, essentially 1A, 1B. Viscera would be number 3. Viscera is an anti-multiply gem user. But again, he was available for a Mega when he first came out. If you didn't get him then you're kind of kicking yourself because he's still really worth it and really valuable. Kamala's super awesome as a blue move user, but he's nowhere near the value that they're trying to put on him right here. He's good. He's fine as a blue move guy, but I can't remember the last time that I really used him. Even with his skill plate, it's not like a game changer for him. He's just good. Muscle Man's meh. Solo's definitely not worth being on this wall. He's a coach. That's my take on it. Do with that what you will. Obviously, you have token bundles on here if you need tokens, cleanup stuff, right? Metal bits, star fragments, etc. Again, I still get pissed that these are not the 375 star frag cases. I could tell you that even before opening them, that they're not going to be, which is so frustrating. So yeah, for me, I would have gotten the King gear just because I'm a mark. Don't think that you should get it because Bob was going to get it. You're probably never going to use this guy as a fighter because he's such an OP trainer. But I got the King gear because I like King, or I was going to rather, because I like King. Ended up getting lucky and getting it off the wall. If I didn't have the King gear, I would be taking it over anything else here, even though I only have one of these skill plates. Because I do have the King gear, I'm debating, do I take the black skill plate or the blue skill plate? It'd be nice to have an extra one, just to throw it out there. Ring royalty, again, super solid. So I'm still debating on what it is that I'm going to do. I'm not worried about any of this cleanup stuff. I'm not worried about getting another electric plate or whatever it is. So I'm looking at the blue, the black, and the ring royalty. That's for me. So that's it for your Tekken Prize Wall Eval. Hopefully it helped. I apologize if it didn't. But yeah, look, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the Tekken event. It felt very lackluster. The gears for characters felt like it was a huge letdown. It doesn't really change Dom whatsoever. It makes Rey usable, but it's weird to see Kazuya acting as Rey Mysterio, because that doesn't fit at all. Like, if you're actually like a nerd for games and Tekken, like, you know, it's just so stupid. The King addition to the game, absolutely fantastic. Best trainer in the game since they came out with the NXT dual MP trainers. I don't think anything comes even remotely close to comparing to how good King is. And he's also a really good fighter. Definitely an oddball with all the juggernauts and stuff that he uses, but he's fun. But hey, look, that's going to be it for this one. Like the video, subscribe, share, comment, all those wonderful things. But that's going to be it for me on this one. So until next time, y'all, have a good one.